Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. This is part 3 of herping in Indonesia, and in this video I am going to do something very special. I'm going to be diving with sharks for the first time in my life, and I am super excited about it. I'm also going to be exploring an abandoned beach club to see what species of reptiles and amphibians I can find. So let's get started. Tonight I am searching for snakes again, probably some frogs as well. My goal for today is to find Lycodon subcinctus. I've already found it, but I couldn't film it that much, so hopefully I'll see it again. Also Malaeopithecus reticulatus, the reticulated python, because I found one, but they already caught it and I want to see one in the wild and find one myself. But yeah, that's the goal for tonight. I'm very curious to see what I will find. Everything can happen. I am currently at 22 species of reptiles and amphibians, and I found so many crazy insects like praying mantis and big beetles. So yeah, we'll see what I find tonight. The night started with the two Veiervaria species, which were Veiervaria concrivora and Veiervaria limnogaris. After that I found a personal new mantis species, which is the stunning Tenodera aridifolia. This Dendrelavis pictus and this Dutaphrynus melanostictus were the last two herps of the night, and at this point I've seen them more than enough. But on my way back I got distracted by bats, and when I was following them, my eye caught something slightly different. It was the endemic Lombok owl, and they are super tiny. Most rats I've seen here were probably about the same size, if not bigger. This was very special to me, although I'm not really a bird guy. But I always like seeing special animals, and this owl is definitely one of those. So in the night walk I haven't found much. Of course I found a Dendrelavis pictus and some other animals. So yeah, but nothing new. So today I'm going to a new spot where I haven't herped so far. Just seeing what the area looks like and if there's any potential for a night herp over there. It's a 40 minutes walk from where I am staying. So far there's a small water here, and although it's still very dirty, there are fish in it, which is a good sign because the water quality isn't too bad if there's fish in it. So I'll keep this in mind for a night walk, and yeah, hopefully I can find some frogs today. But it has been very hard, like I said before, because of the dry season. It has been very hard because it hasn't rained at all since I've been here. Only a few raindrops one night. Hopefully I can get something today, maybe a new species, and if I find anything I'll let you guys see it, of course. It's the plan. I have reached a stream and I'm definitely going to herp at night here because it looks fantastic. Not too many rubbish, only a few stuff like over there. You can see it, but not too much. So this place looks actually really good, and I can imagine some frogs and snakes here. So not many luck yet in the daytime. I brought out my little net to see if I can catch some fish, because as you know I like all animals and I have an aquarium at home. So yeah, I'd like to see some of the fish here too. But yeah, beautiful place here, and it's a very long stream, so I'm going to explore this for a bit, go back home and come back here at night to find snakes and amphibians.
I managed to catch this fish, but I have no clue what it is. My best guess would be a cichlid, but if you know the species, please comment it down below. Like I said earlier, the Taphrinus melanostictus is one of the most common species around here. I was just chilling a bit and watching the fish when this guy decided he wanted some attention. I quickly took a video and put him back because I didn't want to spend too much time on him. I also caught some of these tiny fishes, but like the fish before, I don't know the species, so if you know, let me know in the comments.
So we just got back from a night out and I was just heading to bed when I found a new species of gecko, which I didn't expect here. On the app I use, which is called Inateralis, it has only been seen once here on Lombok. So this is the second find that I'm putting in on the website. Now this is a very nice gecko, I still need it, which makes it a total of 23 species of reptiles and amphibians. And this is an absolutely amazing one. I really love the patterns on this guy. It's nice to see a new species of the strip, another one off the list. Beautiful species, and I'll show him a bit better to you guys right now. Today I'm going diving and we're trying to find some white-tip reef sharks and of course some sea turtles, which I have seen Colonia meet us 2 years ago, but I didn't really get it on camera. This time around I have a better camera with me, a GoPro Hero 9 Black. So I'm trying to get some better footage of the dive and of course hopefully my first wild shark. So I'm very excited about today. I don't know what to expect, of course. It isn't guaranteed that we see a shark, but we'll try our best. And we know this, guys, we know that we're in good hands today. But yeah, it's nice weather and I'm super excited just to start. We're getting a briefing right now, so I'll put the camera away, but when we dive I'll put on my camera and make sure to get some nice footage of the dive and of anything that we see. We'll probably see a lot of amazing fish and whatever we can find. I'm already super excited about this, so yeah, we'll see what today brings. Nou, daar gaan we.
Ready?
Ready.
This was the moment I've been waiting for. Just a few seconds into the dive and the beautiful coral reef already started to show up. And then one of my biggest wishes came true. Last time I went diving, I tried to look for this animal, but it was nowhere to be found. And now, the second I wasn't paying attention, it showed up. This is the mantis shrimp. Its punch is as strong as a bullet, and he is known to destroy fish tanks. What an amazing animal. Of course, I couldn't miss out on one of the most famous fish out there, Nemo, or should I say clownfish. Clownfish are not only famous through the movie, but they are also a very popular fish in the aquarium hobby. This is because of their beautiful colors, but also because of their symbiotic relationship with anemones, which you can see in this clip. And then, we got the signal I was waiting for. Sharks. There he is, my very first wild shark. This is a white-tip reef shark, and unlike most other sharks, they have the ability to lay down. You see, to get oxygen, sharks have to pump water through their gills. Most sharks do this by swimming through the water, but the white-tip reef shark can actually pump water through its gills, so he doesn't have to swim constantly. Just a few meters apart from the shark was this sleeping Chelonia midas. It was my second target and I was super happy to check him off the list. This was a pretty big individual and I got a nice look at him before moving on. At this point, we were getting animals back to back to back. Our guide spotted another group of sharks and these ones were a lot more active. I think there were about 3 sharks swimming in circles and it was super fun to watch. I'm showing a lot of tropical fish throughout this video, and to be honest with you guys, I don't know a lot about saltwater fish, but I am fascinated by them. So if you see a fish species you recognize, please let me know in the comments what species it is, and I would really appreciate it. I literally can't get enough of these sharks, and luckily it's not over yet. Here are some more sharks and they seem to be getting a bit bigger now that we're slowly diving deeper. I was getting ready to film at the last spot when this little guy wanted some attention. And then we saw the biggest shark so far. I think he was about 2.5 meters long, which is a lot bigger than I am. Getting close to these beautiful animals has always been a dream of mine. Exploring their world and seeing all kinds of amazing fish is unbelievable. I can't explain the feeling and even the camera doesn't do justice. This is a moment I will never forget. And the second I was adjusting my camera, the shark decided to give me a little jump scare. Because when I looked back at the shark, he came swimming right towards me before turning around and disappearing into the dark cave. Swimming around these coral reefs made me realize even more how precious and important these reefs are. Without them, hundreds of fish and other marine life wouldn't have a place to live and would simply disappear. And like I said before, the camera doesn't do justice, but what it can do is give you a pretty good idea of what it looks like. It's simply the same, just more beautiful. The second dive started off with this feather star. This time the focus would be more on free roaming and exploring the habitat. But my priority would be on spectacular fish, which you can find in aquariums, for example. It didn't take long before I spotted my very first target fish. This is a lionfish, and they are a very popular fish in the aquarium hobby. They are venomous though, and this guy didn't hesitate to show me his fins in which the venomous spikes are located. I quickly backed off and continued the dive. Then we spotted another turtle. This one was resting on the seafloor in the open, which gave us a better look at this beautiful animal. Eventually he had enough and decided to swim off. I never realized how fast these turtles could swim, but this guy was gone in a minute. I also found some sea slugs, from which I still don't know how I spotted them, but it was a nice little extra. You might not recognize these fish, but these are also clownfish like Nemo. The thing is, these fish are a different species from the first ones I've shown, but they are in the same family. Our guide also showed us this flounder, which I would have never seen if he hadn't shown us. After that flounder, we stumbled upon this giant school of barracudas. We couldn't get too close because these fish have massive teeth and could do some serious damage if they would bite you. That concludes the dive. Man, it was a good one. I hope I can get back as soon as possible, because although I've seen a lot, there is still so much more to explore. And no matter how many times you dive, the dives will never be the same. What an amazing experience. Back to herping. Tonight I went back to the spot where I caught some small fish during the day. My plan was to find some new amphibian species, but this place was filled with Ditaphrines melanostictus. I also found this cool looking bird which looked familiar, but I can't remember the species. So of course, if you know the species, let me know in the comments.
Okay guys, so I am here in the jungle of Indonesia, or actually this is a habitat area because people live nearby, and this field has been farmed, but I know that some species of snakes like to live around here, like Ahetula prasina, and tonight I was mostly looking for Ahetula prasina, Ahetula mycterizans, Dendrelaphus pictus and Dendrelaphus innonatus, but it has been very hard trying to find reptiles here, and I am here by myself trying to find reptiles by myself. Of course I have had some help from people I know here. It has been very hard, especially because of the drought. A lot of days it has been quite cloudy, so it hasn't been very warm and it hasn't been perfect weather, so I can't complain of course, because I've seen a lot of amazing species of reptiles and amphibians, but the last few nights have been a bit hard for me because it hasn't been raining for a month now. Today actually it rained for like 5 minutes and that was it. It was around 1 o'clock. It didn't really help, but I did find this beautiful Dendrelaphus pictus that I have in my arms here. It's the first and probably last snake of the night because I have to go back now, but it is a nice way to end probably this trip because I am almost leaving, and the last 2 days I've planned to have some holiday and don't herp a lot. I don't think I'm going to herp a lot more than this. The species I found so far are amazing, and I have seen a lot of great animals, including this Dendrelaphus pictus, which I really love because of the colors and this night blue pattern I showed you. So yeah, I'm wrapping up this night, but it has been amazing. I'm setting this guy back right now, but yeah, what a beautiful trip. And of course the diving, reticulated python, cobra, and many other amazing species, and I think I did quite well by myself. So yeah, beautiful species here, and that's it for tonight.
It definitely wasn't it for tonight. On my way back I managed to spot this Brahmini blind snake, Indotyphlops brahminus. And to be honest with you guys, I wasn't planning on finding this species. They stay really small, and this individual was as big as a toothpick. And if you still think this is a normal worm, look closer. You can not only see its eyes, but you can also see its tongue flickering. I know I said I was done herping, but I simply couldn't resist the urge of trying to find Laticauda colubrina one last time. This is the 4th time I'm searching for the species, and hopefully the last time.
I just found this abandoned swimming pool, and there are a lot of species of animals in here. I'm going to find some of them and see what's here. This looks very strange. It's a very big pool and it hasn't been used for a long time because it looks like this. So yeah, we'll see what we find. Okay, so I saw some fish in here. I'm going to try to catch them. I don't know what species it is. Oh, there they are. I don't know what species these are. Hopefully I can get one so that we can take a look at them. Ah, there are so many of them. All just in this abandoned pool. Let's see. I've got one. I don't know what species this is, but it looks very nice. They already established a nice place here. I'm going to put them back because they already established a nice ecosystem in this pool. But yeah, super fun to find some fish in here.
At this moment I was finding a decent amount of animals, but I didn't manage to find Laticauda colubrina. And chances are low that there's a snake in this pool. But I really wanted to find a new species, and this was probably going to be my last chance.
Okay guys, so I have been going around and so far no very crazy species. Some frogs, a giant crab and of course fish, which is just insane that it's right behind me in this pool. There's fish over there, so yeah, it's very strange. Hopefully we can turn up a snake tonight.
After walking around the pool 3 times in a row, this little guy decided to pop up all of a sudden. This is absolutely amazing because it's a new snake species I've been looking for. This is Cerberus schneideri, and they can be found along the sea and in mangroves, but to find one in an abandoned beach club is something I never would have expected.
Guys, then I found another Cerberus schneideri. I'm going to try to get some nice footage of this one, and if I can't catch this one, I'll have to go back. But I've seen many of these guys today, and this is absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much for watching this video. This series was a massive one, so if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, make sure to check those out as well. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and while you're there, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Geeks out.